Hey there, and welcome back to Everyday Legal Guide. Today, we're going to be talking about something that might be closer to you than you think: copyright law. It affects what you can share on social media, use in your YouTube videos, and even the content you enjoy online. So if you're a content creator, a social media user, or even someone who just likes to share things online, you need to understand what copyright is and how it works. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about what copyright actually is. Copyright is a type of protection granted by the law to the creators of original works. This can include anything from songs, movies, and books to software, artwork, and even choreography. When you create something original, copyright gives you exclusive rights to that work. That means you have the right to reproduce, distribute, and perform your work, and to allow others to use it under certain conditions. So why should you care about copyright as a creator? Well, imagine you spend hours, weeks, or even months creating a piece of art or a video. You post it online and suddenly someone else reposts it without your permission, getting all the likes and views. That's frustrating, right? Copyright helps protect creators by ensuring that their work isn't used without their consent or without being properly credited. Without copyright law, people could take your hard work and make it their own, leaving you without recognition or any financial compensation. Now, not everything is automatically covered under copyright. It has to be something original, and it must be fixed in a tangible medium. That means if you write a song in your head but never record it or write it down, it's not protected by copyright. But if you write it down, record it, or store it in some way, it's automatically protected by copyright law as soon as it's fixed in a tangible medium of expression. Copyright covers a wide range of works, including literary works like books, articles, and poems, musical compositions and sound recordings, dramatic works like plays or scripts, visual arts like paintings, sculptures, or photographs, motion pictures and videos, software and computer programs. Alright, so you now know what copyright protects, but what happens if you want to use someone else's work? Are you automatically breaking the law if you include a song or video clip in your content? Well, that's where the concept of fair use comes in. Fair use allows you to use copyrighted material without permission in certain circumstances, but it's not as simple as just claiming fair use. Some examples of when fair use might apply include criticism and commentary. You can use a copyrighted work to critique or comment on it. Think of reviews, parodies, or reaction videos. News reporting. If you're using copyrighted content to report on something like a current event or trend, it might fall under fair use. Teaching and education. If you're in an educational setting, you might be able to use copyrighted works without permission for purposes of teaching. Research. For research purposes, especially when analyzing or commenting on the material. However, fair use is not a blanket pass. Courts look at several factors to determine if fair use applies. The purpose and character of your use. Are you using the work for educational or non-profit purposes, or are you using it for commercial gain? The nature of the copyrighted work. Is the work factual or creative? The more creative, the less likely it is to fall under fair use. The amount and substantiality of the portion used. Using a small, non-central portion of a work is more likely to be considered fair use. The effect of the use on the market. If your use negatively impacts the potential market for the original work, it's less likely to be fair use. So what if you do use copyrighted content without permission? Well, the consequences can range from a warning to a serious legal battle. Most platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram have content ID systems that automatically detect copyrighted material and remove it or monetize it on behalf of the copyright owner. If you're a creator, that can mean your video is taken down, or you might get a copyright strike. 3 strikes on platforms like YouTube can lead to the termination of your channel. In the worst-case scenario, you could face a lawsuit for copyright infringement, which can lead to fines, court fees, and potentially hefty damages. So it's definitely something to take seriously. So, how do you avoid accidentally violating copyright laws? First, make sure you create your own content or use content that you have permission to use. There are also a lot of resources for free or royalty-free music, images, and video clips available online. Websites like Unsplash, Pixabay, and Free Music Archive offer content that you can use legally, often without even having to credit the creator, though it's always a good idea to do so. Copyright law is a bit complicated, but understanding the basics can really help you protect your own work and avoid legal trouble when using someone else's. Remember, just because something is on the internet doesn't mean it's free to use. Always check the usage rights or ask for permission. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Everyday Legal Guide for more insights into laws that affect your everyday life. Until next time, stay informed and stay legal.